things are looking rather spicy, but I love the idea that Evos Legends does have here. But, you know, with the introduction of Ruby, of course, they do have pretty much solid front line for the side of GeekFAM as well. Judging from that sort of lineup that each side has already chosen, who do you favor most for game number 1?
The thing is this, if you ask me, I would actually prefer Evos Legends over there. The thing is, I always like a lot of insurance. The thing is, Evos Legends, when they first pick their frontliners, Uranus and the Kufra, it's like, alright, I got tankers, I have initiators, I'm pretty much set in stone now, I can slowly pick my backliners. And when they pick their backliners, then they realize, like, hey, I see a link on the other side. I need to pick out someone that can lock him down. And that Cho was really a fantastic pick.
Exactly, and of course, great input right there, Leonard, as we will actually jump right in for our very first game of day number 2. We're starting off with GeekFAM from Malaysia, facing off against Evos Legends as we head in towards the Land of Dawn. Of course, beautiful scenery thanks to our production crew that sets this up perfectly in the grand scheme of things. And we are just witnessing the epic battle between all these legendary teams. And now Zaze, he's going to be playing that Kufra. So we're going to be seeing a little bit more aggression coming from Rumpel. Wow, Rekt already being brought down to 20% as Raveki will actually rush right in. Will be to actually chase Zaze off of the way. So seems like Evos Legends did have a little bit of that hiccup in terms of like fishing out a little bit more, biting a little bit more than they get you.
Yeah, and the thing is, I also love the aggression coming out from the side of GeekFAM as well. But anyway, going to be seen as they try to contest towards this blue buff. 4v5 in this space. He's trying to get into the mix with the bouncing ball. Will be able to try, and they were able to secure the blue buff on the side of 1. Should try to go for the chase down, and none of them, and thankfully, none of them actually will fall during that blue buff. Although, sure, GeekFAM did want to try to contest that blue and try to get it for themselves. But this is how well they're going to be playing into this mix.
This is looking a little bit dicey here as we are looking at Pendragon going in towards the jungle. Well, Rumpel's already spotted him out, so he will be the frontliner with Arts joining in the back as well. Oh, Arts seems like he's being caught out in the middle of it all. But of course, respecting each other's space, Evos will have to just give way and let GeekFAM reclaim what they deserve.
Yep. And just want to add on a little bit, right? The early aggression we saw just now on the side of GeekFAM towards Rekt and Z just now as well is because they know that Evos Legends lineup, they need to try to get that level 4 as much as possible, because once they get that level 4, there's so much GeekFAM is going to be facing so much aggression, so much forced team fights going to be bringing out for the side of Evos Legends, and GeekFAM is just trying to harass them as much as possible, try to steal the jungle, try to steal as much as possible and try to delay it. So by the time when they hit level 4 at that timing, they will be able to contest it and find a better situation for themselves.
And of course, we do apologize for a little bit of technical issues. Of course, we'll get that rectified real soon. Speaking of rectified, so of course, Rekt is one of the key players for Evos Legends as well. Now we see new names in the roster. Like, how do you feel it would affect Evos Legends in a certain way? Like, because Pendragon steps right in. Of course, he's quite a household name himself, and says the name itself is self-explanatory.
Yep.
So they do have a mastermind on their side. I'm really wondering how's their firepower and like the reaction's gonna be like, because once you change one player off the team, you know that some sort of synergy has already been altered in a certain way. But now we have 2 players who are coming right in. Not to say that they're lacking or anything, but you know. How does this change the grand scheme of things? But of course, speaking of that, really jumping back into the game really soon. But yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, the thing is this, right? I'm not going to be questioning their capabilities, because let's just be honest, Z's and Pendragon, they have their own firepower, they have their own ways of bringing towards this table as well. But the thing is this, the most difficult thing about this when you're having new members to the team is the fact that you just have to try to adapt to your teammates' abilities. Like this is no longer just a pub game or a simple rank game. Each team has their own style of playing, whether they want to be a very aggressive team, a very passive team. You have to try to adapt it to this kind of situations.
And speaking of situations here, yeah, we seem like we do have another situation. But, you know, let's talk about both sides. I would say that both of these teams, the similarities is that they're very precise and calculated when it comes to making certain decisions. Like we saw early on when they really want to rush in for those buff, they just went right in. Like GeekFAM just want to put that mounting pressure on towards some Evos Legends, and even Evos Legends know that okay, this if we commit it further, it will be a losing battle. So we're not really seeing any sort of first blood at all in this span of like 2 minutes or less. But it's because they've already read the playstyle, they did their studies, and for the side of GeekFAM itself, I think this is definitely one of the Malaysian favorite teams out there because they have been very consistent in finishing pretty much the highest position for Malaysia for quite a number of seasons. And of course, they may not be inside of M1 during those grand stages, but they have been playing scrims. They have been meeting against Indonesian teams, and I think they have definitely gelled well enough to actually fare evenly, at least with Evos Legends. Like the caliber, I do believe that they just need to be very, very on the ball and on the dot.
Yeah. But the thing is, this is where the problem comes in. Where when you're a top tier team for so long, whether it be champions or not or second seed, players will get to research you because when you became a top player, everyone's eye of attention, their very focus will be on the top champion team because they're gonna be like, hey, Evos Legends won M1 or GeekFAM won during MPL Season 3. Everyone's focus is gonna be on you. They're gonna be doing the research. I mean, sure, each of these professional teams definitely do have their own research and their own homework on the other teams, but mainly the prime focus is mostly on those teams who actually has won game titles. And when they do the research, they realize, hey,
they got their own winning formula.
Yeah, they have their own winning formula. This is the formula they use. This is the formula they're comfortable with. Let's try to work around it or work against it. So now when it comes to especially a new team member here, Pendragon and Yeast, right? This might be a little bit of a challenge for GeekFAM because I'm not sure whether they actually
it becomes a little bit more unpredictable.
Exactly.
Right?
So it's going to be really hard for GeekFAM to predict here at this point.
Yeah, and to add on top of all these sort of picks that we saw early on, of course, we see GeekFAM going in for that link. So it is a very viable pick because both sides can play a great link. We've seen them on the best form. Even for the side of GeekFAM, they have multiple success onto it. But now that even Evos Legends did respond very, very well in terms of getting themselves toe secured. And even if, let's say, if
that lane, that side laner, as far away as that tower, that way I can follow and try to finish him off. And because getting that one kill, that side lane, opens up the opportunity to get one of the objectives, and that's going to be the turtle. First turtle is going to be going to the side here of GeekFAM, and GeekFAM is looking great as well. But on the side here, Evos Legend try to turn it down as the Cho comes in with the Shun Po, and the way of the dragon to actually try to even the odds here.
Yeah, and of course, this makes it a 1-for-1, but Zace is not having any of it. He's still looking for Veki, while Pendragon is going in for the flanks from the back. But Fix will be able to actually dish out a little bit of damage. But, it's Uranus anyway. But, oh my, did he actually still buff?
Nope.
No, he does not. Fix will still have it in hand. So he's level 7 as compared to everyone else who's pretty much have a lot more catch up to do. But, at least one is, being funneled upon. And the funnel strat has been very prevalent ever since a couple of patches ago. Well, Zorn already technically won a 1v1, or should I say 1v3, because it was a gang coming from the back anyways. So, Zorn being Zorn, he's just going to be playing with the emotes, but this is the first time we do see the graph where it's a little bit of blue and red here in between.
Yep. But the thing is this, right, you see Zorn, right, even though despite Encho, by coming out on the mid lane, it says he's going to get engaged as well. Still going to try. Rexy gets a little bit down low. The Nana gets a little bit out zone. Gets a little bit low. But able, thanks to the passing, will be able to get out of line. But the lane will deny his escape. Also, Raveki getting a little bit down low, but he feels a little bit coming. It won't go back in, and will seal the deal on these two members of Evos Legend. Will fall. Still, Rumpel going on the roly-poly. Still trying to look even for more. Pendragon, the Uranus, trying to form it towards the team. Will flicker out to safety here, and on only 2 members will safely go down. But Rek will be able to steal a crab from Zorn.
Yeah, this definitely is great news coming in at the very least, or should I say consolation for the side of Evos Legends. But GeekFAM definitely juggling it well, but it seems like the Tamas is not having pretty much a happy time as we see One just jumping all the way to the back, just juking them out. Woo!
Oh,
Style
God.
points for one, as we are looking at Zays also trying to secure and control the sector of the river. But, you know, they're calling it a truce for now. So let's digest what exactly happened right there. So Zoran, he kind of pushed his boundaries for a little bit, overextending, and eventually he has to actually force out not only spells, he's just pretty much dried up by then. But GeekFAM now challenging the turtle. This might just be it. It might just be a skill, but oh my! GeekFAM will be able to secure it as we are looking at the Tempest being popped up. Zace is on the chopping block as he will be taken down by Zoraveki with the 2 kills, but Rumble will be the next one to fall. Once we're shredding him down like butter as we see perhaps a triple kill going in for one.
Dude, it's still going out small as well. They're trying to go for the tower. They want more kills than that. It's going to be diving as well. Pandragon managed to able to help his team to secure the one last kill. Fake still last man alive in that last confrontation. Even though, yes, it looked a little bit dangerous during that turtle fight because they wanted to try to steal the turtle without the Tyrant's Revenge or even without Pendragon's ultimate, but they still made it through. Zeus did go down first, but after that clock coming in, we saw one just going to town with the blazing duet, and now once again, Pendragon will seal the deal on Fix here, who was the Ling.
Yeah, like he definitely did not expect that much damage output coming from Uranus this time around, and he's getting pretty much beefy. We're already hitting about 7 minutes in towards the game, and Evos slowly bouncing back of all these small deficits that was existent. But look at how quick they actually execute all these moves. Like when GeekFAM does one move, they're going to be coming up with the next one as we go looking at Tyrant's Rage over on the side of Rumble. They know they cannot commit further as they've already secured 2 towers up towards the mid lane as well as bottom, and of course open up the top side as well, which means there's only going to be the tier 2s left for them, for GeekFAM.
And also, if you see on the minimap as well, you can see one constantly going around back and forth. But sadly, one just walks into the wrong neighborhood, goes with the battle image, manages to fall back and go with the blazing duet. But sadly, even though that 2v1 engagement ends up being turned around, Valero gets a nice kill for himself on the side of Wando. Rompel gets a little bit low down low under his own tower, but Pendragon on the other side, Chill trying to look for a little bit more kills here, but sadly he saw the reinforcer coming from the side here of GeekFAM. Will try to fall back and try to do as much damage as possible, but there goes Gap Closer. Now he's in the situation between Ozoravaki as he tries to go and nail him down as much as possible.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work for Vaki anytime soon. Like, he's only got a couple of rotational spells, and once it's on cooldown, there's just no chance of him whatsoever to bring down Pendragon, and he knows it well enough. And look at his items, he's so beefy already in the span of 8 minutes of the game, as we are looking at perhaps a potential concentrated energy to be brought out later on by Veki. He does have like 3 kills in the back, so that's not too shabby after all. As we look at the highest levels in the game, which is 1, he's already completed his Demon Hunter Sword, of course the Jungle item as well, and the Golden Staff. So with this, he can definitely commit in towards some of all these team fights, while the Turtle has been pretty much secured by Evos Legends, having no contention whatsoever.
But do just look on the leveling on the side of Evos Legend. One is already level 13, literally the highest in the entire game as well. Still going to be diving towards that tier 2 tower. Here comes the Tyrant Revenge, going to be pushing Rampage all the way back as well. Z is just so tanky with the bounce while still trying to go in. Pendragon trying to see where he can come in, but on the other side, Feast just gets zoned out by our different Rack, as Rack will actually wreck him in the side lane. And this is pretty much what the reason why Rack actually has to go with the chopping. Literally trying to lock down the lane. Zeus gets a little bit caught out there, has to fall back again with the flicker. Although yes, Pendragon just so tanky, just trying to zone him as much as possible. Sadly, but then going to be flickered right into the mix. One coming with the blazing duet, doing a lot of damage, but still in the end, he's actually quite low, but will be able to use the battle image to get out of that sticky situation. Pendragon will flicker out, but the damage has been done. But the thing is this, but sadly, one was not able to get as much kill as he intended, because now, even though he did do a lot of damage, their base is actually right there. They can just go back to the fountain anytime, heal up, and come back again.
Yeah, we saw the graphic was definitely pretty much a back and forth between 2 of these teams, and now it's swinging near towards 10K. Like, if we just look at the gold charts, it's about 7,000 in terms of gold difference at the current standpoint, and we're looking at Necklace of Endurance as well as Athena Shield being bought there by one, as well as Rexy. So they're definitely ready for the next big team fight that's about to erupt as they set up shop, set up the waves. There's about less than 30 seconds before the next lore is going to be coming up online. So even if they really don't get towers out of this, I believe that Evos Legends should have no issues whatsoever to actually set up this perfect choke point to catch out either GeekFAM members or eventually look to send about 2 guys in towards the Lord's Pit and eventually secure it. And now we're looking at Blade of the Hepstasies now being bought there by Ranked.
And the thing is, now things is getting going to be a little bit more spicy as well. Lord has already been spawned here, and Juan is going to be trying to see if he can actually solo this. And actually, he can. He has so much damage. He has the Teenage and quite the amount of sustain as well as he tried to nail down as much as possible. But you see on the minimap on the other side, his teammate, Evos Legend members, are doing such an amazing job.
He doesn't
so
need help.
much, yeah, so much. They have so many tankers, so many frontliners. That's literally enough to zone out all 5 members of GeekFAM pushback. And then what's even better is that Rack, that show, constantly split pushing, ensuring that, okay, I know my teammate one needs a little bit more reassurance beside holding out the mid lane. I need to split another lane. Try to divert the attention. Try to divert their members so they will not try to contest towards that Lord. And now that's pretty much a free Lord for Juan, and that's pretty much easy for him because the entire time he's just been farming.
Yeah.
He's been farming the entire time, and he's level 15. He's still the highest in game. Fix is trying to catch up to him, but just doesn't have enough map control compared to Evos Legend.
Yes, indeed. Of course, the funnel strat has been pretty much prevalent, and GeekFAM definitely knows his know their limits. But speaking of limits here, Pendragon really wants to push it all the way in. Zace hops right in towards the forefront as he looks for it. Tyrant's Rage, but Rumble being caught up in between. Somebody's got to stop that Lord as well. And here comes the Pamphlets over onto its 3 members, but it won't be able to actually stop members of Evos Legends to pummel their way through, and they will crush the entirety of the base as Evos Legends look to secure a game. But hey, they want those kills. They want blood. They take down Rumble for that unstoppable kill over on the side of the show to end this game with a 1-0 victory towards Evos Legends.